We welcome you into the Pacific Northwest, and not really a surprise, but some rain is in the forecast. But these fans, they've come prepared. Rain jackets, ponchos, whatever they need, and they are loud. The 12th man is something else here, and they will have their voice heard. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Next, the receivers don't spread the defense out. They were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 2. Purdy. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How are they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Evans comes in motion right. And now a fake on a jet sweep, and instead they'll give it to McCaffrey. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 80-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him.
Yeah, I'm seeing that too. I'm declining the penalty, so we'll see what happens. I'm gonna decline the penalty, so maybe it'll reset. You know what I'm saying?
And boy, again, they won't get this off in time.
Yeah, this shit tripping, yo. This shit tripping. I'll send an invite though. All right. Y'all see this shit, right? This shit tripping on his side. That ain't me. I don't have these problems when I play this game, fam. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to ETV. We live. You know, I'm trying to do my thing, get a little dub right here for the next game. Keep it moving. Having some fun playing Madden. Y'all see what it is. Yo, like and subscribe, man. You know, I play a lot of these games, man. You might learn something when you watch me play. A lot of times, I I'll take an L here and there, but it's competitive. You're a Seahawks fan to death. And that's what I do out here. All right? Here we go. I'm on mic right now, see how the shit pop. Let's go.
We welcome you into the Pacific Northwest. And not really a surprise, but some rain is in the forecast. But these fans, they've come prepared. Rain jackets, ponchos, whatever they need, and they are loud. The 12th man is something else here, and they will have their voice heard. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And how about that last play? Did you see how quickly they got to the ball? Caused a loss of yardage? Yeah, that play shows exactly why their ranking is justified.
And now they're just hoping to see more of that. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Back to throw, Purdy. Open man, the former Gator. It's Ricky Pearsall. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A throw left side for Pearsall is complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The throwing here, Purdy. Flushed out right. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Pass caught by Pearsall. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0.
Seahawks, nothing. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for San Francisco.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Out of the gun to give to Charbonnet. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's Charbonnet once again. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. You look at this Niner defense. And this unit is very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. He'll get back to Charbonnet. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The Seahawks at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better, one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
7 yards there on the first down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Now he's got a man. Downfield is Horton. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now it's Darnold. And he rifles one incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Darnold to throw again. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Long story, it's a lot. Now my circle's so small that it's closer to a dot. They thought I was repping Rape Street. I'm turning up the watch. Speeding up the
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Darnold. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll head out Out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
They'll run for it with Charbonnet. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. And the rain, as we expected might happen at some point, has started to fall here. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. On the give here, Charbonnet. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Charbonnet. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
And and they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Purdy from the gun. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Purdy looking to throw. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Niners are able to add on to that lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for San Francisco.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Shaheed on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Darnold. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Darnold. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon.
For the Seahawks.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
5 yards on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Now Purdy. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this 1st half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the 1st half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Purdy now to throw. He completes it to Evans. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So on fourth down, out is Eddie Pinheiro for the Niner field goal. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And now a handoff to Charbonnet. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. A short one caught by Barner. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, first and 10. On the carry, Charbonnet. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. Darnold now to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
And the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on fourth down. And Darnold got to be intercepted for the third time. And the 49ers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Evans, the man in motion left. Here's Purdy. That's complete to Pearsall. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Purdy. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Back to throw, Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 49-yard line.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Operating from the gun, Purdy. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Well, partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
The Niners on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Purdy now to throw off the play action. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's 2nd and 10. Darnold. Pressure comes and down he goes. Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the return will stop right around the 25.
By the 49ers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing here, Purdy. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action, now Purdy. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Derek Hall in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. And this is caught by Evans. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Let a little clear out and hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
Well, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And even with the missed field goal that we just saw, they still have to try and erase a 2-score 4th quarter deficit. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now it's Darnold. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. Here's first and goal.
A gain of 41 yards on the play. That's another Seahawks first down. First and goal at the
Charbonnet. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. Back at the 5-yard line now. Second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Now run by Charbonnet. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is third and goal. Charbonnet will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10.
Niners 13, Seahawks 10. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. That's into the hands of the rookie from Ole Miss. And he will have a Niners first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Second and 10. Purdy off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. He finds his man complete. It's Evans. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.